of hunting ghosts, Ed and Lorraine claim to have encountered hundreds of poltergeists. They've also been the subject of numerous books and have consulted on several high-profile cases, including the Amityville Horror.
Poltergeist is nothing more than a devil or a demon as far as we're concerned. People say, this guy's going back into the medieval ages. There are no such things as devils or demons. Yes, there are.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
The Warrens feel that some of the most compelling evidence ever recorded has been videotaped by them in this Connecticut home. For months, the family, whose faces are obscured to protect their identity, have been tormented by what they fear is a poltergeist. Ed attempts to communicate with the troubled spirit.
1 knock for yes, 2 for no. Are you a man? Are you a boy?
The mother leans against the kitchen table, her hands in full view as Ed continues asking questions.
You want the people in this house to move? 1 knock for yes, 2 for no. Yes. Okay.
I couldn't tell.
Who is it that you don't like the most here? Is it? Is it? Is it their father? Is it their mother?
Oh my God.
Okay. I command you to reveal your identity.
Next, Ed decides to confront the poltergeist alone.
Give me some sign. Is that you moving something? Give me some sign that you're here. What I did was use religious provocation. I have to provoke it into some type of outward manifestation. And that was my point in doing that. In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to reveal your identity.
On the following night, the family reports that the poltergeist seems to be more active than ever. Only now, its attention is focused on the family's 10-year-old daughter.
The little girl is trying to do her homework, but you can see that the chair keeps sliding backwards.
You're holding it down, aren't you? It's got that much strength to it.
Now, if you watch, you can see the little girl's legs are up on the rungs of the chair. She's not pushing herself up from the floor. The mother is not tipping that chair backwards. No. Nobody is touching that table. The table moves of its own volition.
The Warrens quickly arrange for 3 priests to perform an exorcism in the home, and the disturbance ends. But for how long? Could the angry poltergeist ever return?
We have found that it can be quieted down, but then it'll escalate again. We still keep our fingers crossed because it could, and we hope and pray it don't.
3 a.m. I awoke from a dream, and I looked above my head, and I saw the torso of my brother floating above my head.
And this presence comes in the room, and I literally get paralyzed. My body gets paralyzed, and it's as if somebody's holding me down, and I can't move, and I can't speak.
He had this like beautiful white aura all around him, and I remember him just looking at me and telepathically telling me not to be afraid, that he wasn't going to hurt me.
So I couldn't scream, I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. So I closed my eyes, I opened them again, and she's still standing there, and she's just staring at me like this.
When the Australian rock group Wildland set out to shoot this music video, they never expected to make contact with the other side. The crew spends an entire day shooting in the deserted mining town of Glen Davis. The weather is stormy, and the mood in this remote location is unsettling.
It was absolutely freezing cold. The whole place felt very eerie. It actually felt like a ghost town.
Later, when this film is processed, it exposes a startling image. There appears to be a mysterious figure of a man standing in the background amid the concrete ruins.
There was no face on the figure, and the face was slightly disjointed from the body.
Everyone who was there that day insists the figure isn't human.
When I shot it, there was no one there. I had people beside me looking the same way that I was looking. No one was there. Totally unexplained.
I mean, besides the crew, there was nobody, you know, for kilometres around the place. There was just nobody anywhere.
Some believe that this ghostly apparition is the spirit of a miner lost years ago in a terrible disaster.
There were numerous accidents in the mine where men were killed. There were men that had their heads severed there. There were a number of men who drowned. One particular body was found not far from the site of where the ghost appeared.
But there is one more possible explanation. In the 1950s, young priests were schooled in this desolate place. One of them met a tragic end.
The locals tell us there was a suicide which occurred at the site where the video took place.
Is this mysterious figure wearing the robes of a holy man? No one will ever know for sure, but the people who were there that day think they know the answer.
No doubt in my mind whatsoever that that was a ghost. That definitely was a ghost.
Back in the United States, another apparition is believed to have been caught on tape. For months, the family inside this Pennsylvania home claimed to hear strange footsteps in the middle of the night. In an attempt to determine the origin of these ghostly noises, the family sets up a video camera in the hallway. This is what it captures. Watch as the glowing shape floats down the corridor, then appears to enter a doorway. What is this phantom menace? Edgar Harris believes that it is the arm of his dead mother who once lived in the house.
She had a tendency to get up and wander at night, so that's probably what she's doing now. She's wandering around.
Why does it seem that his mother is haunting their home? Well, Edgar thinks she's become the guardian spirit of her great-grandson who now lives there.
I think she comes and watches him when he's in his cradle at night and just watches over everybody in the house.
Is this really a gentle spirit from beyond? For Edgar, the videotape speaks for itself. But this mystifying footage pales in comparison to what has been captured here, in Greencastle, Indiana. This weird tale begins with these two men, Guy Winters and Terry Lambert. For years, Guy and Terry have heard rumours about a haunted mansion on the outskirts of town.
People would see the ghost of a female